Hi and welcome to another beautiful episode of Movie Dissect. Today we'll be dissecting one of the most controversial movies that every time there is a topic about it, the matter not the end. Like we never get to the end of this movie. I know you're already guessing and thinking, but first I have a guest on the show and her name is Becky.
Hi.
Welcome, Becky.
Thank you.
So when we come back from the break, myself and Becky, my guest, we will dissect this wonderful movie. Stay tuned. And yes, we are back. And I said this movie that we're going to be dissecting today is a very controversial movie. The title of this movie is Acrimony by Tyler Perry. First, Becky, what's your concept from watching Acrimony?
Well, I feel like everybody that has watched the movie and has said something about it, they're correct in their own way. Yeah. So I think the movie has a lot of emotions to it. Yeah, that's basically it.
Okay, so for the sake of people who haven't seen Acrimony, I would like to just give a little breakdown. So there's this girl who fell in love with this guy who
While they were
still young in
secondary
college,
school,
what we call secondary
yeah,
school. And then he had this vision of becoming a very great engineer. He wants to own. He believes there's this way he can power electricity different from the normal way we all know, or the conventional way of powering electricity. And this lady buys into his vision at her young age. Her jealousy made her lose her womb in the process, where the guy had cheated on her with a so-called Diane back in the days, and she stayed with him for like 15 years.
Yeah.
And then that 15 years they were struggling, hustling and all that, and all of a sudden this guy blew. He blew from meeting Diane again 15 years later, and Diane was able to help him meet this Prescott company owner that he has been hoping to meet. She preached she preached or campaigns on his behalf and gets him that deal after Miranda which was the girl
he dated
from young age for 15 years, had thrown him out of the house with her family members, and he blows what we call Imeka.
He
blows.
Big.
Made a big $800 million deal, and here he is buying a yacht, buying a private jet, in short, to apologize to this lady that he's wasted her life, in quote. He bought her a house. He bought her house that she sold, bought it back for her. I think he gave her money. And the lady at this point became more jealous. So this is where I bring in Becky, because there's always a contradiction to this whole story.
Yeah.
Was she right?
Of course.
In what sense?
In every sense, for God's sake.
Okay.
This person used to be her husband.
Used to be.
And a boyfriend. First of all, I think, do you know the pain where you believed in something and then you've been waiting for that thing for a very long time, but it doesn't happen. And all of a sudden, when you just abandon it, it happens.
What did the Bible tell you? Okay, let's not talk about the Bible.
You see, that's the pain. I think that, okay, where the guy got it all wrong
Okay.
was for him to marry that Diane. He shouldn't have.
So what would
If he
have done?
really wanted to move on with
Okay.
another babe, he could have with someone else. Women never hardly forget.
Okay.
You cheated on her with that girl several years ago, and then she comes back into your life and then you marry her. That's crazy.
All right. So when we come back, we'll be giving Acrimony its accolade, and we'll be giving it its rating, and maybe its accolade if it really deserves an accolade. We are back, and right now we are going to be rating Acrimony. I'm not going to do the conventional editing, all that stuff. No, I don't want to do that. Or this Acrimony. I'm thinking of something very different. And that is because I know Acrimony's matter is a yearly issue. This movie is a 2018 movie. And 2018 to now is like 5 years. And every time, and I know that if we put a hashtag Acrimony now on Twitter or any social media, gist will start.
Yeah.
And if we come up with, we would have a 2023 version of the argument again.
Yeah.
It will be fresh. So, on your own, what would you rate the movie generally?
Generally.
Yes.
You know, first of all, Tyler Perry is such a good. In fact, I don't even know what's in that guy's head. Every time he writes a movie, is always the bomb. It is so good to write something or to create something that people can always talk about, no matter what. Like, it never gets old. The movie, I would say it's a wonderful movie. Amazing movie.
So, if I was going to rate Acrimony, Acrimony is one movie I just watch for the sake of, I hope there's nobody in the world that I have offended. You know, that kind of concept, like, did I offend anybody? How many people do I need to apologize to when I make money? You know, that kind of a thing. Because, so when it comes to rating, I would give Acrimony 80. And I'll give it 80 because, one, I'm biased. I'm biased because I love Tyler Perry. And I love Tyler Perry because he's a very successful writer.
Yeah.
He's a very successful producer. And he has won my heart from the days of Madea.
Madea, oh my God.
So, yes, for that, I am biased. In fact, I'm giving this movie a 90 just because it is Tyler Perry.
Yeah.
You get? And generally, any movie that has Gerard P. Henson has my heart. Before we wrap up, I really want us to judge this matter based on movie Dissect. What do you think would have been a better way for Mr. Robert to repay Miss Miranda?
Should have married someone else, really.
So you think Diane being the wife became an issue?
Yeah, a very big issue. I'm sure most ladies would say the same thing. If it was someone completely different, somebody that wasn't in his past, that didn't make them have a serious, for God's sake, I almost killed you because of this girl, and then you're marrying her.
So, if, let's say she lost the pregnancy, and Mr. Robert, no, she lost her womb, her ovaries, right? And Mr. Robert didn't get married to her. And he married someone else, not even Diane. And they didn't spend that 15 years together. And he was rich. You think Miranda would have forgiven him?
Of course. Maybe she wouldn't have forgiven him, but I don't think that she would have been that angry to the point of wanting to kill him and kill the other lady. Because for you to be so angry, to want to kill someone, That anger is a lot.
So there are some people that are wired like that.
Well, yeah, but
There are some people that is after they are done.
that
That they
anger is
remember
a
that
lot. You know,
this anger is not worth it.
I know that no matter how someone is angry,
Yeah.
if the person wants to kill you, and then the person now sees that if I want to kill you, I will kill myself too, that person will calm down because everybody loves themselves. But I mean, Cookie died. She died. Can you imagine trying to kill him? You are so angry with somebody and then you kill the person and you not what? Jesus Christ. Well, did he even die? She cut his leg, so she was the one that died.
So, I think my moral lesson, or what I would say cultural impact for this movie, I think it is good that we are not so angry for the things that we can't handle. And then sometimes we should always learn how to just let it go.
Yeah,
Move on.
very important. Just
Because you see,
move on, man.
the truth of the matter is, Miranda would have been a very happy woman, even if she allowed Robert to go. And you see, allow him always invite you for any function. And one day, maybe Prescott would have seen her and fallen in love with her and married her.
Yeah, so I was saying that the both of them were a very wrong combination. They were very wrong for each other. From the beginning, they were toxic. And well, we could excuse her anger because I mean she was young.
Yeah.
It's when you start to get older, you start to learn that all these things don't pay you. You just get to do it.
But you know, there's some people who believe that the way they were when they were young still works because this is how I be, and then they don't change.
Yeah, well, if you've gone through life and you haven't changed, something is definitely wrong with you.
So,
and then you should change.
So
because a lot of things will change.
Yes, exactly.
A lot of
so
things.
Those things that were happening to her would have changed her, would have made her, I think it would have made her sit back to say, wait, why isn't this guy really thinking of marrying me? First of all, he's willing to pay me back for everything. Even if I'm saying, oh, I don't want all these things, he's willing to pay me back for everything, and he's meeting this person. What does she have that I don't have?
Well,
Ladies don't think about that.
yeah, we don't think about that, but because maybe we don't care until we see the replacement.
And you see, sometimes those are the little things. Okay.
I am very sure maybe she didn't want to come back into his life as a wife. Maybe she just wanted to enjoy all those things without putting a label on it. But when she saw this girl that you cheated on me with, no, it's either I have you or nobody else.
So there was a day I saw an Instagram post. I hardly go on Instagram, like just watch people's posts. So I went on Instagram post and I saw this lady posting and saying, her husband has been cheating on her, and she decided to follow the husband's side chick to know the side chick. And then when she got to where the side chick was working, entered the girl's office and saw how pretty the girl is, the kind of hair the girl is carrying, how brilliant the girl was talking. She drove her car back to the house, and that she's going to cook for her husband that day, because her husband did not just pick any side.
Anybody,
He did
yeah.
not just pick any side chick. Her husband picked somebody that even she is scared of. So, ladies and gentlemen,
Definitely, yeah.
my rating for Acrimony, like I said, is a 90. And I would need you to just leave your comment, subscribe on this channel, and please give us your own rating. And yes, you see, we had a lot of arguments about this. Put your argument. Tell us what you think about Acrimony. Tell us why you feel things shouldn't have gone the way they went in that movie. And maybe we could have a part 2 or a sequel of Acrimony. Maybe all that was just a dream.
Maybe, because we never know. You know?
I really want to sell that idea to Tyler Perry. So he should just give us like a part 2, something like that. Becky, thank you so much for coming. I hope I would have you again in another episode. Thank you so much.
I hope so too. Thank you.
Ladies and gentlemen, thank you.
All right.
Bye.